Hello, my name is Erika Monroe-Williams. I'm the creator of thehopelesshousewife.com and television cooking expert. Today I'll be showing you how to make chicken breast rolls with feta and vegetables. So we're going to start out with 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and these have been pounded out. I did them about 1/4 inch thin, and that's about, just a perfect amount of thickness for rolling. And we have 3 ounces of sauteed spinach. It was just sauteed in some light olive oil and lemon. We have 2 ounces of crumbled feta, 1/4 cup sauteed mushrooms. We have 4 asparagus spears, 1 egg for the dredge and the wash, and we have seasoned breadcrumbs. You're going to need some toothpicks for this recipe as well. We have 1/2 cup of white wine, dry white wine, 1 cup of chicken stock, and a tablespoon of flour. Okay, so we're going to start our rolls first. We just take some spinach. You want to place these not too close to the edge because then they're going to be really difficult to roll. And you want to leave a little bit of room so that you can roll these up on all ends. And then just do the same with the other. And these are going to be so pretty when they're done, and there's a nice sauce that goes right along with this. Our feta cheese now. Just sprinkle. If you really like feta cheese, you can put a lot in here. Do the same on the other. You don't want to put too much stuffing in these because then you're going to end up with a chicken breast that is really hard to roll. So we just put our mushrooms, and already we're getting really big here, so we want to make sure we don't put too much on. There we go. Then we're going to put 2 asparagus spears in each of these, and it just makes it nice and pretty. I just sent those in the center. And if you have the little asparagus tips stick out, it just adds that little cute factor. Okay, so now we're going to start our roll. So you want to start at one end and just make sure that everything's tucked in nicely and just roll. And you want to make sure that you don't push too much out to the edge because then you're going to end up with a mess. So this looks really wonderful. We're going to take this and we're going to make sure that it's secure by just placing some toothpicks in here diagonally. There we go. 1 roll down, 1 to go. Just place these in a glass baking dish. We're just going to repeat this for the second. These are a lot of fun, and they're so pretty. People really like to have some, interesting ways to make chicken, and this certainly is an interesting way to make chicken. It just kind of changes things up from your everyday baked chicken. So I'm just going to secure this again. Okay, so I'm going to put these in my dish while I get my egg wash and seasoned breadcrumbs ready. So I just like to have a nice clean working space. You could certainly leave these on the cutting board if you'd like. We're just going to take a nice little wash of egg all around to coat all the sides. We're going to put it right here in the breadcrumbs. Make sure it coats evenly. This is going to make a nice crispy crust on the outside. You put this in, and I always put these in seam side down. Okay, on to our second one. Gets a little messy, but that's okay. When you're messy at the end of the day cooking, you've done a good job. All right, so now we're going to do our breadcrumbs also. Means you've worked hard. Okay, so now I'm going to put this seam side down as well. Okay, swipe my hands off. I'm going to put these in a 200-degree oven for about 10 minutes while we're getting our sauce prepared. So now it's time to make our sauce that's going to go in the oven with our chicken. We're taking our white wine and we're going to place it into our pan. And then we're going to take our chicken stock, pour that in as well. Then we're just going to sprinkle the flour in. You want to sprinkle this in. It's about a tablespoon. You can also add a little more if it's not as thick. And what I like to do, I whisk this in, but I kind of also make sure that I get all those the bigger chunks. So we're just going to whisk this, and we're going to bring it to a boil, and then it's going to thicken. So it's going to take about 10 minutes, and then we're going to have a nice thick and tangy sauce to cook our chicken with. So our sauce has been bubbling for about 10 minutes and it's reduced. And we have a nice thickness going here. And if you have a few little lumps, you can always put this through a sieve and get those little lumps of flour out. And now we're gonna put this over our chicken. I just took this out of the 200-degree oven and I raised my temperature to 350 to preheat because right after we put the sauce on, we're gonna start baking these. So let's just pour this right over the chicken and into the pan. Okay, so now we're gonna put this into a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. So our chicken rolls are out of the oven and ready to serve. So we're just gonna take these out. Look how beautiful these look. We're gonna also remove the toothpicks before serving. You don't want someone to bite into that. There we go. Get a little of the sauce. Okay. We just remove the toothpicks. And the chicken, since it's cooked now, will hold its shape. There we go. Got it. Okay. There you have it. And that's how you cook chicken breast rolls with feta and vegetables.